have the pleasure to work in the company Sika, so I will first very quickly remind what is Sika, but I guess you know, and after that I will enter more in topics related to structural bonding in the world of laser boat composite bonding. So that's my purpose today. So let's start and see what we can share together. So just as a reminder, very quickly, Sika is quite a big international company. We are 33,000 people. We have factories everywhere, but what is important to say that we are big, but the spirit is to be close to our customer. This is why in each country we have a team to take care of you, and even in a lot of countries we have a specific marine team. So you have my colleague here, my other colleagues which are here, that are really specialized to try to speak the same language than you. So I think that's the key message that we would like to say here. Second point I just wanted to mention about Sika is that we are really doing very strong effort to be innovative and have new products to support our customers. So that's really our DNA to work and to create new things. So for example, last year we had 104 patents in a lot of different areas. And in particular, in the structural bonding, we are really pushing a lot in this area because we believe that there is a lot of possibilities for the industry to do better things. So this is, I would say, the introduction about Sika. And now I would like to share with you one kind of application. Sika is developing something like 15 years now, and related to the structural bonding in laser boat, in composite boat. So here, this is a topic that we started, I think, roughly 15 years ago, and that is on sales since roughly 10, 12 years in various countries like France, Germany, UK, Nordics, and USA, and a bit in Italy, but that we are now pushing. So what do I speak about when I say structural bonding in laser boat? That's quite simple. We are targeting and we are developing three main applications. The first one is a stringer bonding, so this stiffener which is at the bottom of a hull with the purpose to give some stiffness to the structure and which is quite often bond or over laminating. So just here a photo of the kind of assembly our customers are doing with our solution. The second typical application I am touching today is related to the bulkhead application, so bonding of the bulkhead to the hull or to the deck. And that's also something that you can see here on these two photos taken at another customer of joining this bulkhead with the hull. Yes. And last but not least, the third point that I am touching today is relating to closing, what I would say closing the box, means connecting the deck to the hull with, let's say, a structural adhesive. So this is something which can be done all around the hull which is here, but also on the bulkhead with here you can see this U which is also bonded. So this is my topic now, today, to share with you what we are doing with that or how we are working with our customer in this topic. So to do this connection, Sika is proposing a system which is called the Sika Force 436. So this is a product which is oriented for structural bonding. And this photo is already showing you an idea, so that's a strong bending you have and that the adhesive is capable to absorb. And the idea is that we are providing a product, and I guess this is what the market wants, which is stronger than the composite. So for example, here you have an example of a lab test that we are doing.
Can we have a summary? Only small summary? Every 2-3 slides. But absolutely non c'è tanto tempo.
You want to translate?
No, because
up to you. That's okay for you guys? Because at the end, that's the point.
That's okay.
If you want, we can do a break and few words in Italian just after a few slides, Frank, if you are fine with that.
Much better.
Yeah. So the point here is we will do a bonding, and this bonding, when you pull, you have a small displacement of the two parts which are bonded. But what we are achieving here is related to the fact that we are proposing an adhesive which is stronger than the composite. So the point is that when you bond it, we are not able to tell you how to design your boat. You are the professional of that. But what we want to do is providing you a connection, an adhesive between the two materials that we are sure that the material used will break before the adhesive. So that's the point. We can say, okay, we pull out the fiber of your composite, means that the weak point is the bonded material and not the adhesive itself. And that's really the strong point, because we are a Swiss company, we like things which are totally safe, and this is why we are going in this direction. And to prove that, we have type approval from Bureau Veritas, showing that the product is for structural marine applications, and also RINA approval, because we are in Italy, so this is the minimum we can do for you, which is also a product, you know Italian better than me, I think, which is here. So, key message is that we have a connection which is stronger than the material which is bonded, and now we think that once this application functionality is done, the point is to tell you why we think it's a good solution. Because you know how to do boats, your boats are on the sea, on the lake since decades. So here we have the possibility to tell you this is working since a decade. And why we think it's offering, let's say, quite a good solution for the market is that this product can be used in a lot of ways: cartridges, manual mixing or dosing machine, and it does not change drastically the way to use other technologies. But what we have at the end, it's a product which is stronger than the composite. We always have a fiber pull-out. We have an easy surface treatment, no sanding, sometimes direct bonding. Extremely important, no exothermy, no shrinkage. So when you use this product, it is not warming, it is not pulling out your part. So the shape you have before the bonding is the shape you have after the bonding. And I think that's something which is quite important for that. And last but not least, it's very easy to...
Allora, giusto per chiarire un attimino, questo è importantissimo perché è il sunto. L'adesivo è più forte del composito, quindi sorpassiamo la resistenza meccanica del composito, e un beneficio è l'easy surface treatment, cioè quindi la facilità di trattamento della superficie. È importantissimo anche il fatto che anche in spessori alti, quindi in grosse masse, il materiale non sviluppa esotermia, ha una bassa esotermia e di conseguenza ha un basso ritiro. Si traduce in meno tensioni trasferite all'incollaggio.
Please?
Per sicurezza il fissaggio meccanico?
Is request also adding to the glue mechanical bonding?
Not at all. Here we are speaking about a structural bonding. The glue is doing the job. That's the point. And at the end...
Sorry,
please?
Italian,
Up to you.
richiesto uno spessore, diciamo, suggerito per avere un buon incollaggio. Generalmente, per mia conoscenza personale, so che questi adesivi hanno dei spessori preferenziali per lavorare in maniera corretta. Altra cosa, se è necessario o meno, indipendentemente dal sanding, dalla sabbiatura, una primer o una modifica. Questo lo facevo io.
Question. Two questions. One is if there is a thickness optimable for the bonding. The second, if there is the needs to add a primer on the surface.
So regarding the joint dimension, I would say the product is designed to have a lot of, let's say, versatility regarding what is possible. So usually we are suggesting to our customer to be around 6 millimeters of thickness. But if you go up to, the product can accept to go up to 20-25 millimeters. My point of view, it's for us, it's good, but it is not required. So it's more volume of adhesive, which is not needed. But sometimes, you know, you can have part that moving from one part to the other part. So it could happen that we design at 6 millimeters, 80% of the joint are at 6, and at the end, some are at 20. This you can, it can be accepted. And if you come back to this slide, you have it.
6 millimeters is the minimum.
No, it's not a minimum.
No, minimum.
The minimum could be, the minimum, if you want to go in this direction, I would say don't go below 0.2 millimeter. So that's what I would say. Which in this industry should not be the case. You have always gap between parts. Usually having something around 6 is a good compromise between all the properties. Regarding your question on the surface preparation, that's something, it's part of our process to work with our customer to define exactly what has to be done. Because there are a lot of different resin. If you are manufacturing by end lamination, by infusion, if you're on the gel coat, on the B side, it could be slightly different. So in some cases, we have a direct bonding, or what we like to suggest is to, before bonding, you have a peel ply, you remove the peel ply, and you bond. Why? Because with a peel ply, we are sure that surface are clean. Because that's something you must have a clean surface. So this is what we are suggesting, to have a peel ply, to be sure of the clean aspect of the surface. And for difficult situation, we have a primer that could be applied by brush and securing your aspect. But this is what I'm presenting just now, after how we work to implement the proper solution. So here I am sharing with you a project that we have last year with a company named Brunswick that authorized us to communicate today with you. We had a partnership with them, so we work with the US headquarters to exactly do what you were asking, how to proceed, and step by step implement the solution. So what was the original situation? Brunswick, we start to discuss with them last year. So it's a big international company with the headquarters localized nearby New York in USA. It's a $6 billion turnover company with 19,000 employees, so more or less big as Sika. And they are manufacturing a lot of boats and operate on a very traditional way. So using over-lamination to connect all the parts together. So that's what's the initial situation with a very traditional way of working. So the original situation was, okay, there is a specific boat. So these drawings are coming from Brunswick. They are sharing that with you. With over-lamination everywhere. And the question mark was, okay, how to be more efficient in production, how to save time to manufacture parts. And what we were suggesting is to move from this over-lamination to a bonding. But this is not something you do like that, just change everything, that's the glue, do your job. No, this is not the way we are working in Sika for this topic. So we exchange with the R&D located in USA to share with them what we think is good in terms of design for a bonding. So that's quite simple. We can segment in different, let's say, kind of mechanical stress the part, and also underline that in some case you have a force on the surface, work on a line, and it's better to have a force on the surface. Or if you have peel, you need to have a bit of width of the product to absorb and the peel. So this is why Brunswick was designing in another way the connection, which was we were moving from this situation, and thanks to the exchange we have with them, they transform in this, and at the end obtain a design which is slightly different for the new boat they have, but which is compatible with the bonding. So this job was done for the new model in order that we are moving from a situation designed for one assembly to another one. So that was the job done with, first of all, the, let's say, engineers to have a proper design. Next step was, okay, everything is nice on the computer. How we can work together to make it happen in the factory? And that's also something where we need to pay attention and to support our customer, because once the design is matching the possibility to bond, we exchange with them the way how to implement. And this is what we were exchanging 5 minutes ago. What is important is how they manufacture their composite and what do they want. Do they want something very slow because they have a manual work, so they need a slow adhesive, or do they want to go super fast to do the connection? So even if you have a perfect adhesive, if it is not matching the process you have in your factory, that's just useless. And this is why we spend also time, that's not rocket science, but just a methodology to apply, to first understand what is the composite process they have in their factory, what is the time from molding to bonding, and the time from bonding to pulling out the part. That was key. So this was done in Portugal because we defined the concept in USA. All the concept and the design of the boat was done in USA, and the first factory to implement that was in Portugal. So the Sika team went in Portugal, speak with the production manager, what do you want to do, how do you want to do, and okay, it's clear, now we can do a bit of homework. Because at this point, according to us, the last things to do is just sell the glue. And quite often we say, no, we are not selling at this point, we would like to secure a bit more things to be sure that everything is matching your expectation. So at this point, we just check the adhesion. So that's a simple job that Sika is doing for his customer. Take a bit of the material of the customer and prove that what we were saying, that we will achieve pull-out of fiber, an adhesive stronger than the composite, is true. So this is what was done as a first stage inside the factory of inside the lab of Sika. So here, green light, we can go to the next step. What was the next step? It was to check that what we saw in the Sika lab is still true when we bond in the factory. Because here, what the customer wanted is to mold the part and bond, be able to bond just after the molding, or be able to bond 5 days after. And you know, like me, that a composite, which is fresh or old, is not exactly the same. And this is why we were at the customer. He was manufacturing some sample in front of us, and we checked that. So that's the sample. And we checked, so you can see the bonding after 75 minutes, 90 minutes, 2 hours, 4 hours, that everything is working. So that's the job of Sika, to say, Mr. Customer, Mr. Brunswick, when you manufacture your part, if you bond after, if you bond after 1 hour, 3 hours, or 1 week, you have still good results because we made the test and we are still stronger than the composite. So, and that's everything is starting from here to say, okay, we understand what you are doing, we understand what are your needs. Sometimes you bond very quickly, sometimes you bond after a long time. That's the process that is working all the time. And just as a matter of example, that's also test we are doing in our lab. For example, typical application, just to prove that we are breaking the fiber of the composite and not the adhesive or something else. So that was, I think, very important to establish this, because there is a concept, there is a design on a computer, but this is not all the job. The job is to implement in a real factory to be sure that it is working. And adhesive, nobody is specialist of adhesive in our customer. This is our job to support you in order that we put step by step, and at the end, that's working, you can run, we can deliver, no problem behind. So behind that, it was the first prototype. So as you can see, the first original concept was to be at 6 millimeters, but some areas are more at this gap. But this is part of this kind of parts. You cannot be sure. So this is why there is a nominal recommendation, but we can be flexible behind. So in this case, the securing of the product was done with application of a primer, which is very easy by a brush. The first prototype was done with cartridges. I will come back on the industrialization later on. And this is what was achieved step by step. So the glue is applied at the right place, and there is behind finishing of this part. First prototype run quite well. Customer made all the tests he has to do on it, put it on the seat, try to break it. So at this stage, we say what? We have a good concept. We know how to implement in the factory for a first boat. And now we need to support you in order to have an efficient process that's saving you time and saving you money. Because the full story is spending less money. The customer wants to go fast, and this is what we are offering. We are offering a solution which is working. This is the minimum we can do. But we want to provide, we want to be sure our customers are saving money or making money thanks to us. And for that, so there is a next step of industrialization, means how to dispense the adhesive on an efficient way with as less as possible people and as fast as possible. So here again, let's speak with the production manager and understand how to work. And the idea is to say, okay, a small dosing machine is a good solution. So, Mr. Customer, what is important is to define which length of pipe you want in your machine. How do you want to use the machine? Is it on a static point or do you want to move it? And which flow do you expect? And that can look obvious, but if you don't put that on the paper at the beginning and just ask for a machine, maybe it will not match your expectation behind. And so this is where Sika can support, say, okay, in our experience, what is important for you is the length of the pipe and the flow you want. And it will drive the kind of machine you have and the supplier you can use. And of course, the packaging you will have. And so we are supporting our customer to define key parameters to transfer to the machine supplier. And the machine behind can be very different. Here you have one kind of machine, big drums with a station, long. Here you have 80 meters of pipe behind to apply the product in a lot of places and to feed smaller machine behind. So that's the top level of the dosing machine. But sometimes, and this is what was done for Brunswick, a more simple machine is possible. So this is 2 pressurized tanks. You fill the machine with the product just by hand, and you have a machine which is ready to use, and you dispense with a very simple gun. So this is what you can see here. The machine is behind here. You have a pipe, and at the end of the pipe, you have a gun, which it's helping to dispense the product at the right speed. So this is one of the first tests. Now we are going 2 times faster than that. But this application is really much faster than what was done manually before for the end lamination. And so that's the full process we are proposing to our customer to achieve at the end. That's the boat that I was showing you. This is this one that you can purchase it if you want. So this is what we wanted to share with you. The spirit of the product that we are proposing, stronger than the composite. The fact that it's very easy processing and not creating any exothermy shrinkage behind, but also all the support that we are providing to start from the concept to a production line with something we can share our know-how with new knowledge, and that's what we want to do. So that's what I wanted to present. I think I am in the timing that I was given by our nice organizer. And now we are pleased to answer to your question, comment, and answer to it.
Sì, un piccolissimo review in Italian, very, very fast review. Siamo fornitori non di prodotto ma di processo, come ha spiegato Jesse. È sempre stato il Sika Way, il modo di lavorare di Sika. Ogni volta c'è un nuovo incollaggio, un nuovo progetto, ci piace interagire col cliente perché abbiamo bisogno di ricevere campioni, di testare in maniera preliminare l'incollaggio e fondamentalmente di partire per gradi, quindi partire dai test in laboratorio, fare poi i primi prototipi e poi trasformare tutto diciamo in produzione. Questo perché ci fidiamo dei nostri prodotti. Questo prodotto, come ha detto prima Jesse, sono 15 anni che lo vendiamo in questo tipo di applicazioni, siamo ultra sicuri delle performance del prodotto. Per fare questo abbiamo bisogno della collaborazione del cliente, quindi un interscambio di informazioni e di collaborazioni per arrivare poi al risultato ottimale. Se ci sono domande, siamo...
L'approfondimento della
sì.
un piccolo dettaglio,
Sì.
perché hai detto correttamente siete fornitori di processo, quindi materiali e processo, ma anche per completare la risposta a Sergio. Ci sono due aspetti. La progettazione del giunto, vi permetto, indipendentemente dall'adesivo, non è di vostra competenza, hai detto giusto, hai bisogno dell'ufficio tecnico del cantiere, però tornare alla domanda che ha fatto Franco, quale necessità di usare anche alcuni fili o bulloni, quello soprattutto per le imbarcazioni marcate P dipende anche dipende anche dal registro navale al quale avete il cantiere ha fatto riferimento. Lo stesso vale per lo spessore, perché rientra nella progettazione degli istruttori.
Sì.
Quindi non ho nessun dubbio che il prodotto
funzioni, ma
però sullo spessore
dipende ovviamente, certo. Sì, noi parliamo dal punto di vista tecnico dell'adesivo, poi è chiaro che ci sono anche altri della prestazione dell'adesivo, esattamente. Ma la progettazione è un'altra cosa, d'accordissimo. Sì. No, ci mancherebbe, siamo qua apposta.
Tempo di reticolazione, che generalmente è legato allo spessore del materiale.
Anche.
Dal tasso di umidità dell'ambiente, abbastanza. Ovvero ci sono dei parametri per valutare dopo quanto tempo il pezzo lo si può considerare reticolato.
He asked if there are some parameters to understand in which time the adhesive will be completely cured.
So to enter in the detail of that, first of all, I was speaking about one product, but this product exists in different cure speed. This product is not sensitive to the humidity of air, so it will cure whatever condition of humidity, but like as any chemical product, it is sensitive to temperature. So this is designed, ideally you should be between 15 and 32 degrees C in your workshop, more or less. If you are above, the product is going a little bit faster, and if you are slower, the product is going is going at a slower cure speed. We have two versions. One version where you have 25 minutes to apply it and close part, and another version where you have 2 hours to apply the product and close it. Open time, 25 minutes, 2 hours. Behind that, to move the part, well, it depends of what you expect. If you want to pull out from a whole mold, which is very rough, you need a bit more. Usually our customers are moving the part after 3 hours for the fast version and after 5 hours for the slow version, roughly. If you need to go faster, you can put a bit of heating blanket, you will speed up the cure. Depends how you want to organize your production.
Una piccola aggiunta, visto che si parlava di umidità, il bicomponente funziona in una maniera, il monocomponente funziona nell'altra, quindi il monocomponente reagisce per reticola per reazione con l'umidità dell'aria, in quel caso l'umidità e la temperatura sono un parametro importante. Per il bicomponente è una reazione tra A e B, quindi polioli isocianato in questo caso, per cui l'umidità non influisce più di tanto, la reticolazione e la temperatura sì, ovviamente, come ha spiegato Jesse.
Grazie.
Grazie a voi.